Yesterday was such a long day. This idiot made a challenge to himself to build something in one day, start to finish. Before I went to bed, I wanted it sanded, finished, perfect, everything ready, done. And I wanted it made out of offcuts, so it could double up as a Dainsy, hashtag offcuts23 only, hashtag offcuts only 23, whatever. I want to enter into that challenge as well. Now, the main reason I'm talking to you about this today and not yesterday was one, it was very stressful and it was hard enough dealing with the camera as well as talking would have just added another nightmare to me. And the second thing, this genius forgot to turn this mic on. So for the first half of the day, there was no audio, which is probably better with a table saw or a drop saw and all those noisy saws going off. So, future Manny to the rescue. So I had a plan, it was great. I did a drawing, I had dimensions, I did all of that stuff that you do before you build something. I was gonna cut some cool modern shaped legs out and do a bit of joinery to whack it all together. But I wanted the top to be something unique and different. And I'd seen a lot of people out there using tessellating patterns and shapes with wood veneers to create some cool funky design. So I started off cutting off a bunch of angles and different lines using my droppy and the tapering / wedgie jig on the table saw. So I've made these mid-century modern legs before. You may have seen them in that video. And then I wanted to do a bunch of half lappy goodness to join the legs and the rails together so you didn't see any overlapping. I wanted to do a half lappy, not an overlappy. And I didn't want to use a pocket hole at bar. So one thing that I did get to use for the first time was my micro jig half finder thing. And it does what it says it does. It finds halfway. And this project was going along awesomely, smoothly. It was going good.
So I was getting a bit complacent here because these half laps were going together so easily and so nicely. I even got some dowel prepared and marked out so I could dowel it after it was dried from the glue up.
So this magical pattern I decided to choose required me to cut up strips at a certain width, and then I ripped them down the guts to create veneers. Because I don't have a drum sander or thicknesser in here, I made my own veneers just using the table saw. Right now, it's currently midday-ish, just after midday. I want to get this glued up because I've got a pie waiting for me in the oven. Yep, the genius worked out how to use the microphone again. Back to the live edit of it. Not all magic. Done. Let's go some pie. Right, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. I'd like to say I'm over halfway, but I am not. So I've got a lot more to do with this, and hopefully it even works. If it doesn't work, plan B. There is no plan B. Pissing this thing off for now because it's pissing me off, and I'll come back to it later. I just can't get those angles bang on. There's a little bit of gap in between all of them, and every time I was trying to fix it up, I just made it worse. So have a break from this and get on to the rest of the stool. Here for me. So it turns out one of these rails is thinner than the other. Two o'clock, time to glue. The top is kicking my ass. I need to get this done out of my life and I can focus everything on the top. Turns out I'm a genius. I made it work. Let's cut a bunch of mini triangles. Running out of noisy hours. Gotta get this glued and sanded ASAP. So I was casually talking to the camera
Really not realising I haven't been going this whole time. So I've got to work quick because daylight hours are running out, which are noisy hours. I need to get this in and sanded if I want any hope of doing this on time. I'm getting close. It's after 4, so I'm probably pushing the boundaries of friendship with the noise, but I do want to get this edging on this pattern. This pattern turned out amazing. One day build challenge still going. I went and had some lunch. I went and had some dinner. I'm going to assemble a footstool.
That was a long day and I'm still wrecked from it. Check out the Offcuts challenge on Instagram on Dainesy's page, or check out my entries. Here it is. And that's the other one.
The real reason I needed this